So Asgard's Wrath 2 comes out in I don't even know how many days. Today, I mean, we're on my home screen right now. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the promotion for Asgard's Wrath 2. And we're going to be breaking it down. Asgard's Wrath 2 is going to change VR gaming. Not just for standalone, but the entirety of VR gaming. It's going to set a new standard for what VR gaming should be. Half-Life Alyx, I feel like people said the same thing for that game. But I feel like more of Half-Life Alyx is what it could be. What VR games could be. Because Half-Life Alyx wasn't a perfect VR game, in my opinion. I played the entirety of it. I thought the story, immaculate. The story for Half-Life Alyx is absolutely beautiful, and just the way they deliver it is amazing. But in terms of gameplay, it was very simple, right? I mean, there was no jump button. Climbing felt kind of weird, to be honest. But it definitely had that AAA feel to it. It's just that now that VR has evolved and people have, like, VR legs now, they aren't as prone to motion sickness. I feel like that allows VR developers to just make like crazy stuff. Because Half-Life Alyx, to climb through a window, you have to like hold this button and it like teleports you in, which like that's immersion breaking. Then again, that's my only really complaint with it. And that's it. That's what I feel like Half-Life Alyx was trying to do, was just try to set a new standard for what VR games could be. But I feel like Asgard's Wrath 2 is going to set a standard for AAA VR. Not what it could be, because this is going to be a AAA VR game. This is like actual open world RPG that you would see on a flat screen, but just in VR and made for VR. I don't think people know how big of a deal this game is going to be. We're gonna look at like a few like videos and stuff. People have already gotten hands on with it, like Cass and Cherry, Beardo, Binjo, Gamertag. Where's Mateo 311? BMF also got it. We're gonna look at the first trailer that came out 6 months ago. You can see that in the trailer that Abraxas is riding the one of the followers. They've already covered this in one of their developer series where they just talk about that you can actually like ride one of these. Oh my gosh, this trailer, like watching this at the Meta Gaming Showcase was just absolutely freaking amazing. Like, oh my gosh. You can recall your acts, and then it actually goes to gameplay. I feel playing Assassin's Creed Nexus, it looks so good in the headset. The video does not do it any justice. It looks like PC VR, and I feel like this game will too, because people are already saying that graphically it looks really good for Quest. Of course, we got the Cosmic Guardian, we got the Weavers of Fate, and then there's this part right here, which they've touched upon, and you're riding like this horse over there. You draw out your sword. Apparently, there's supposed to be something really cool that happens there. I'm not quite sure. Just huge budget AAA stuff that's going to be happening in this game. That's why I'm so freaking excited. Of course, we got our god form and then turning into Abraxas. We've got one of like the mini bosses right here. Just slams it into the ground. He brings out his sword and then bop right there. I mean, oh my god, look at this combat, dude. This freaking looks amazing. You can jump now. That was one thing that wasn't in the first game, is like being able to leap off of things. There's more freedom of movement, which I really enjoy, because movement in VR games can sometimes be restrictive. That's another thing with Half-Life Alyx. It was super slow. Same with Robinson the Journey. But I like how they're taking this more of a Stormland approach of like being able to climb things and jump off of things is neat. I mean, there's just so many big boss fights, set pieces, like her, like she's gonna probably be a humongous boss in the game. Being able to explore these areas, there's this giant ship in the background, different enemies you have, there's like this grapple hook, this harp bow. Alright, now let's look at the new trailer. This is what I'm most excited for, because this has more gameplay. It starts with Abraxas. He drops down. I think this is at the beginning of the game. And he gets this torch. And then this shows another landscape that we haven't been to yet in the game and haven't really seen, and that is here. With this like fish lady, and she's the one with the harp bow. She's got like this snake, like, and then there's a hippo that comes out of nowhere. Like, what? It's got this character, which we haven't really seen anything on, I feel like. And we've got this elf, which I didn't even know was there. This is cool. Will we be able to do this in the game? That's the one thing I like out of this trailer. This is one of the coolest parts. Is this? Will we be able to like ride this in the game? Like, is that going to happen? Like, will we be able to fight that thing in the sky and do what she's doing? I mean, look at this, dude. Then there's this giant rock monster, which we haven't seen anything on. Probably a gigantic freaking boss fight. We've already seen this creature as well. I mean, there's so many set pieces and, like, just giant moments. It's insane. And then we've got Loki. Now, this is really cool. This shows, like, gameplay in action. So you see that there's this big guy right here. There's some enemies off into the distance as well. We've got our bird companion who's in the sky. We reach over, kind of use like this grapple hook with the fish sword thing, and grapple ourselves over there. Shoot out our heart bow at these 3 enemies. Then this monster comes back around because we went past them, and then he jumps. We block or parry or something, and then stab him, and it cuts to this. We've got like this wand, kind of like in the first game. This is also really cool. We haven't really seen much of this bird creature. I mean, there's so many mini bosses, like, or just like boss fights, dude. Like big creatures. Like, I don't know how many big. Watch this. He just cuts his head off. Oh my gosh, that's freaking amazing. Back out in the desert, and there's fishing. Oh my gosh. And then now there's better. So in the first game, you could only climb ladders, and the climbing was kind of weird. But this, it looks like now you can climb like different surfaces and stuff with the classic orange handle. It's so close. 6 more days. That's it. Oh my gosh, there's these chests which we had in the first game. There's whatever this is, I don't even know. There's this boss fight which they haven't even talked about at all. Like, who is this big chungus dude? It's not Loki. There's this boss fight with this lady reaching over, you grab him. And then there's this, the bird. The gigantic bird. Like what? This is insanity. This is going to be, hands down, the best VR game to come out, dude. Ever. Now, the coolest thing about this is the amount of advertising that Meta is doing for this game. And if we just go to the shorts, I mean, look, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is again. Loki's chaos is spreading. Like, what other game are they doing this with? They didn't even do it for Assassin's Creed Nexus. Look at this. It's like the creatures are coming through the portals and stuff into the real world. 3 CG promo clips. And I see ads on this game all the time. I mean, look at this. These cinematic launch trailer ads or whatever. I mean, just look at this, dude. Oh my god. I mean, that's one thing, is that they're advertising the crap out of this game. Then there was like this promotion at the Game Awards, which was this really cool like effect that they had. I mean, oh my gosh, dude. Like, this is insanity. And then there was the gameplay previews that came in from other people, and people are saying Asgard's Wrath 2 is Meta's Half-Life Alyx, a Quest 3 system seller. The biggest and best Quest game ever. Asgard's Wrath 2, Quest 3 gameplay. I've played Asgard's Wrath 2, and it's incredible. Go to, his video.
I was playing, my jaw was agape. It was down to the floor. This title blew my off. And then when I reached down, picked it up, and reattached it, the game blew it right back off again.
This is what I'm talking about! If Mateo311 is this hyped for a VR game, saying that it blew his pee, that's how you know this is going to be freaking amazing. This is why it's going to be insane. I haven't been this excited for a VR game since Call of the Mountain. With Call of the Mountain, it was honestly, in my opinion, a little bit disappointing, just because it felt like a completely different game from Horizon, but they just put the brand on it. I still thought it was a pretty solid VR game. This is going to be insane. Content creators are saying that the developers are telling them that this game is going to be 134 hours plus. I'm way too hyped. My hype levels for this game are skyrocketing the more I see these videos. And I just don't want to I don't want to watch somebody play all that. I don't want anybody to spoil it for me. I don't want anybody to like spoil the game, because there's already like hour-long gameplay of this. Like, there was one video, there's like a 3-hour-long gameplay of this game, and I don't want to see that yet. Look, this guy has like his first hour of playing the game. But honestly, the story looks freaking amazing. The biggest and best Quest game ever. I mean, this. You got like the Bureau Binges videos probably gonna spoil a ton of things, to be honest, in the first hour. Oh my god, you've got to be paying attention to this game. I'm not gonna be let down. I honestly don't think I'm gonna be let down. The thing is that Asgard's Wrath 1 is an amazing game, and they're just saying that this just blows it out of the water. I love Asgard's Wrath 1. It's top 3 VR games of all time. This might just be in my top 10 games of all time. Like, that's how good I just have a freaking feeling. 6 more days. I cannot wait. I've never been so hyped, dude, for a video game. If we go to Sanzaru Games, roam freely across massive worlds. Since this game is going to be open world, I wonder how they're going to approach. Oh my gosh. How does this not make you high? Cosmic Guardian, who's like the main, who embodies the characters. We've got Abraxas, Cyrene, which we've seen in the trailers. We saw that one in the trailers as well, and this guy in the trailers as well. So there's 4 total, like, guys that you'll be embodying, right? Then we've got our, 5 animal followers, which in the first game, there was, like, a lot more than 5. But the thing is that the reason why they cut it down a lot, the followers, is because that they wanted them to have a story and to actually, like, flesh them out. I mean, they've completely redone their AIs, what they said, for the followers. They're giving them stories, which I honestly don't care if I get, like, a new follower every episode. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in my series, they're gonna have a ton. They're gonna have skill trees too, which the first game didn't have skill trees, but now they do. There's what the this. Oh my! I'm estimating we'll probably have over 50 videos on this game alone. That's my estimate, is that we're gonna have 50 videos on this game. All the content. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to 100% complete this game. I would love to 100% complete it because I've been so hyped for this. So this is gonna be worth it. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I will see you guys next time. Peace and bye-bye.